a story maybe where somebody was in a drive-through, like a Dunkin' Donuts or a Starbucks, and they pull up and they go to pay for their coffee, and the clerk says, "You're all set, sir. The guy in front of you paid for you." Anybody ever hear that story? Yeah. What happens next?
You pay for the guy behind you.
You pay for the guy behind you, and then what? Potentially chain reaction, right? It's almost like a domino effect, chain reaction. I call that a ripple effect. And a ripple effect to me, if you think about a clear, pristine pond, and you throw a pebble in it, ka-plunk, the pebble goes in, and these far-reaching ripples just spread out, right? One pebble, all these ripples. And to me, the ripples are like they're like your actions and choices that you make in life have far-reaching consequences. That's what those ripples are like to me. And if you think about it, each one of us here, every one of us here has the capacity to change the world in small ways, for better or for worse. That's true. I believe that. There was, if you think about that pebble in the pond, the ripple effect to us, to the guys in the red shirts, the ripple effect, Build America is the proverbial stone in the pond. You're the stone that started the ripple effect. We're part of that chain reaction that you started. We're here because of you, because of what you're doing, because of what you decided to do, because you stepped up and you decided you wanted to help people with disabilities. 271 years ago, a prolific British statesman, his name was Philip Stanhope, he wrote over 400 letters to his illegitimate son over the course of 30 years. And he couldn't live with his son because he was illegitimate, and the letters were to teach him to act, thrive, and survive in British society. And Philip wrote in one of his letters that speaks to us, Philip wrote in one of his letters to his son, "If something is worth doing, do it well." And that's why we're here, because we think Build America is worth doing. So we want you to do it well. And we put a lot of time and effort into making sure that we put you and your best foot forward to do things well in the next 6 weeks following. That make sense? How we got involved. It's a good story. Does anybody here know Philip Benavides? Pi Kappa Phi brother? No?
Oh,
Give him the sign. You have to go like this or something. Phil and I are carpenters. We work together. I have a carpentry business here in town, and every year we would try to do some sort of a pro bono project. We try to help somebody locally, usually an elderly folks or whatever. We put a heated walkway in for a guy in a wheelchair. We do these projects, but they were sporadic and they were whenever. Phil came to me and says, I got a great idea. I did this in this fraternity. They've got this philanthropic leadership type branch. They do all these fundraising, this Push America, this Build America. I think that it would be good for us to get involved in that, and I think we could do good for them. We have some skills that we can help them with. So Phil kind of got me all pumped up, and we started talking about it.
Once you get Rob pumped up, there's no stopping.
A lot of energy. I have a website called ConcordCarpenter.com and ToolboxBuzz.com. As part of the relationships with the website, it's a tool, industry-related, construction-related, and tool review website. Part of that relationship, you have some of the nicest shoes I've ever seen, my friend. Those are awesome.
My grandpa actually let me borrow them.
They're awesome. I love them. Part of the relationship with this website is we have sponsors. We have advertisers. Milwaukee Power Tools was one of my sponsors. I reached out to Milwaukee, obviously, I'm wearing this shirt, right? Told them about Build America, explained to them what Phil and I wanted to do. They jumped on board. This was 4 years ago. They've donated, over the last 4 years, over $15,000 worth of tools to Build America. And I know that the other fraternities, the other branches use them as well, but they were donated for Build America. Local architect, Rob Beatty, standing in the back. Rob Beatty has drawn up all the plans you see in here, and he's done it for the last 3 years for us. We've done it 3 out of 4 years. And a lot of the things that we get from the camps are photographs of like makeshift stuff. Rob's got to kind of translate it, decipher it, and put it into architectural drawings so that we can teach it and show you and use it as an instructional tool, but also so you can take them with you to the camp and follow them. You'll take sawhorse plans with you, you'll take some other plans with you. Some of the plans that Rob does are better than the projects that you're going to, but they're good guidance. Then we reached out to Concord Lumber. Concord Lumber is a local lumber yard. I've been using them for 25 years. Told the guys there, they were super excited. They are a company-owned lumberyard still, not a big box store like Lowe's and Home Depot. And these guys jumped on board. They jumped on board with bodies, people, salaries. You know, they donated hours to us. They donated lights, the chairs you're sitting on, the tables, and $3,000 worth of material so that we could build, cut, drill, screw, and do all kinds of stuff with the wood. And then there's the barn here, this beautiful piece of property. Janet and Churchill Franklin, they couldn't be here today. They've donated this property for the last 3 years. They are awesome people. They believe in giving back to the community, and they believe in Build America. And they send their best wishes to you. They are in Paris right now, and they welcome you to their property. All I ask is that we respect their property like it was better than our own. We pick things up off the ground if we see it, and we try not to damage things. So that's how far the ripples travel, guys. I just explained to you 4 or 5 different entities in this local area that got together to put you guys in the best foot forward. We've got 4 goals today. And basically, the most important goal in everybody that's wearing a red shirt, our most important goal is safety. 10 fingers in, 10 fingers out. Nobody gets hurt today. Nobody gets hurt today. And nobody gets hurt over the next 6 weeks. So we want you guys to learn about tools and tool safety. Some of you have experience with tools, some of you probably do not. That's okay. We're going to start with a crawl, walk, run basics. We're going to expose you to a barking dog. Anybody who doesn't use a tool today has to deal with a dog. We're going to expose you to some building techniques. This is interesting. I can't teach you guys to be carpenters in 24 hours. But what we can do is we can teach you things that you might see. We've studied the camps that you're going to. I've asked for feedback. Most of the camps have given us your projects. Phil and I have gone through them. We've broken them down into segments. So you might be building a shed. Well, part of building a shed is layout, cutting studs, building a wall, maybe a roof system. So each rotation that you do today is done specifically for a purpose based on the camps you're going to. There's no wasted time here. We're not going to teach you how to put a nail in a piece of wood just to do it. We're going to teach you it because you're going to see it in the next 6 weeks. So everything you do at every rotation, we're going to rotate through today in teams, 3 teams, is done for a purpose. Number 3, we want to build confidence. And that's confidence in using tools, confidence in building these projects. In years past, the Build America teams have not finished their projects until they started going through this tool training. That tells us that the tool training works, that you guys have the confidence to do it and you have a better understanding of what you're getting into. These camps, you might have one handyman guy or one contractor who's got to kind of herd you guys as cats, and he's in charge of it. It's hard to do when nobody's had any training, but now you've got some training. And obviously we want to build your confidence so that you can have time to enjoy yourself at camp. More free time. Last thing is we want to develop skills. And I want you to develop skills so that you can do a good job and make a difference at these camps, because that's why we're here. We didn't sign up for 6 weeks so we could just waste time, right? We signed up to make a difference. As far as our teaching method, everybody has gotten together and we're going to teach in a very simple way, adult learning process. Some people learn by seeing, some hearing, some people do it, or a combination. We are going to explain it, we're going to demo it, and then you're going to do it. And you're going to do it with our guidance and mentoring and coaching. If you're doing something wrong, we're going to correct it. Don't take offense. No worries. All good today. Expect you guys to make mistakes. Expect you guys to learn some things new today. Okay, some of you guys might already know it all. That's okay too. You might have bad habits. We're going to try to correct the bad habits if we see them. Our expectations of you. We expect you to be respectful to each other, to us, to the property, and especially to the tools, because they'll bite. The tools can bite if you're not respectful to a tool. We expect you to have an open mind today. Open mind to learn something new, to work hard, guys. It's a long day. I expect you to have an open mind, work hard, try to maybe learn something new, maybe learn something you have zero interest in. I bet if I asked right now, anybody here want to be a carpenter, we're not going to see any hands go up. That's okay. But I want an open mind today to learn some carpentry techniques so you can A, be effective and efficient at making a difference at these camps for these kids with disabilities. It's important. That's why you signed up. Remember why we signed up. I want you guys to expect the fact that it is a long day and there's a lot to cover. So the grab-assing, the chatting, chit-chatting. Do you guys have cell phones on you? Good. I was gonna say the texting, all the other stuff has to go away. We need your attention. The last thing I want to do is hey guys, I don't want to do that today. My voice will go away by the end of the day. Not good. We expect you guys to, I know you guys are big on the leadership. Did you guys do your leadership analysis? Did they do that this year?
We didn't do that.
Didn't do it this year? I expect you guys, I hope you guys will adapt or adopt 3 leadership characteristics for this trip and for life, basically, because it's a good thing. It's integrity, respect, and responsibility. Those are 3 of the major components of leadership. Integrity is easy. Integrity is doing things right when nobody's looking. I live by it. Quality is doing things right when nobody's looking. Same thing with integrity. You have a responsibility to do things right at these camps. If you build something shoddy, if you take a shortcut, if you put a railing on, not great, and some kid puts weight on that railing and boom, they fall off a deck or a dock or a ramp, that's not good, no bueno. Respect. We have to respect the trade or the tools because that's what we're here to do today. We have to respect each other. You guys all met each other for the first time. We're not all buddies here, I get that. You don't know me, you have to respect me and the instructors, and we have to respect the property. And we have to have a good respect for what we're going to do at these camps going forward. Responsibility. You have a responsibility to do a good job. And that's why we're here. We're here to try to get you up, build you up, to give you the skills to do that good job. To be efficient, to be safe, do all that. You have a responsibility to own your mistakes. And guys, it's taken me 24 years to learn what I've done through mistakes. You're going to do a lot of them in the next 2 days, well ahead of me. And hopefully we're going to teach you things that we've learned through mistakes so that you don't make those mistakes. So own your mistakes and take responsibility for your actions. The last thing I want to hear today, if an instructor corrects somebody here, is, oh yeah, well I do it this way, or oh yeah, that's the way someone taught me. Or, no, I do it this way. You're going to do it our way today because that's the way we're doing it. We're in charge. When you guys get to the camps, I hope you continue to do it our way because we've researched it, we've been doing it. There's over 200 years of experience in contractors here today, taking vacation days to be here with you guys and giving up their Saturday tomorrow. We've done it. We all make mistakes, but we've done it. I don't want to hear the excuses. Sound good? Fair? Fair enough? All right. Leadership is going to be needed on this trip, guys, and I know you have a leadership component in your fraternity. I guess the most important thing I can say to you is things will go wrong on this trip. Guaranteed. I guarantee you're going to get to Camp 1 and they're not going to have the right materials, or something's not ready, or you've got to dig footings. They were supposed to be ready and the guy was supposed to dig them, but excuse. Well, guess what, guys? Improvise and adapt. Grab some shovels, lay it out, dig your own footings. Figure it out. Improvise and adapt. Don't whine about it. Don't stand around with your hands in your pocket. Get together, roll your sleeves up, work as a team, talk to each other, and get it done. I know you guys have crew chiefs, crew leaders, and I also know that there are going to be indigenous leaders within the group that rise up. Typically, the indigenous leaders are kids that have worked on farms or worked with tools their whole life. Maybe their dad was a contractor and they grew up with tools, and they're confident, they rise up. If that's you, then my advice to you is that step up, I like that, but also respect your crew members and your team members. There might be a quiet guy in the back that has something to offer. You need to talk to each other, you need to listen to each other, and before any group decision, you guys should huddle up and consult. It's not one guy's answer. Make sure it's a group effort. Make sure you think it through. Round peg, round hole. You got a guy that is a stud on the saw or a stud with the tape measure and layout. Well, guess what, guys? He's your layout guy. He's your saw guy. That makes sense to me. That's like the quarterback putting people in position to win, right? So just respect each other, listen to each other, and work as a team. So I guess after today and tomorrow, the ripples don't stop. The ripples continue. You're going to go to 6 camps, 6 weeks, 200 or 300 kids per camp sometimes, 2, 3, 4 years of kids enjoying what you build. That's some serious ripples across the pond. Serious ripples. So think about that. If it's worth doing, do it well.